Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm back at you with another reaction video, and today we finally have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, my most anticipated MCU project that is coming out this year. Another week, another Marvel show. It is crazy that we are getting these almost weekly now. I mean, we had the week break between the end of WandaVision and this, but I just can't believe how much content we're getting. I mean, we're going to have this for the next 6 weeks, and then I think we take another week break, and then we have Black Widow, and then we have Loki, What If, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye. We still have all this stuff coming out this year. Shang-Chi, Eternals. Just so much content coming out from Marvel this year, and I could not be more excited. But like I said, this is my most anticipated project of this year. This has been my most anticipated for a while, ever since the first trailer, and even before that, just the idea of seeing the dynamic of Bucky and Falcon again. I love them in Civil War. Civil War is my favorite MCU movie, so naturally I really liked their dynamic and their banter in that movie. But I'm really excited to see how they flesh out these characters even more throughout this series. I mean, I'm really interested to see if Sam does take up the mantle of Captain America. I'm really curious to see this U.S. agent character John Walker come into play. I don't know too much about him, but I've seen some stuff on him in videos, new rock stars and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm really excited about this series. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, like button, turn on post notifications, whatever you guys want to do to support the channel. If you guys want to see the full-length reaction to not only this, but any movies and TV shows that I'm currently doing up on the channel, you guys can become a join member, and you guys will get the full-length reactions to those. So without further ado, I'm super excited, so let's go.
And Sam, this has to be subtle.
Subtle. Got it.
Tu as vu ça? Tu viens de
Ah! Dude. So he's us right now, reacting to Sam do all this. Dude, this is literally a movie. This is literally a movie. Red Wing just took out a helicopter. Something 100 times its size. Dude, this is nuts.
What's up?
Dude, this shot is still crazy.
And he mastered posing stoically.
Ah,
The world has
boom, you looking for this?
We need new heroes.
No, I've seen the lineup. I think we got plenty of heroes coming.
Thanks again for coming forward with the shield, Sam. It was the right decision.
Oh, okay, so he came forward. They didn't ask him or anything. I mean, obviously they're just gonna give it to John Walker, right?
A little menace.
Thank you.
Now, where is this?
Hail Hydra.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
You're free.
To do what?
Very interesting. I like how they're showing the more emotional side of these characters.
He had a job with a consulting company, and he was working abroad, and he was killed. The police said, wrong place, wrong time, but I will never know what really happened to him.
Was this son the one that he killed?
Hey, what are you doing here? How was the date?
Dude, that's so terrible. Dude, I didn't expect me to like get so emotionally wrecked by this. Jeez, that was something else. So he's following any sign of the Flag Smashers. Oh, so like this is all a planned distraction, okay. Dang.
Oh my God, Sam, you better look at this.
That the United States of America has a new hero. Join me in welcoming
Your new Captain America.
Oh, dude, I can already tell that's not gonna be good. Well, guys, that was Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 1, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with that episode. Not let down by that at all. That opening scene of him flying through the canyons, I didn't think that was gonna be the opening scene. I actually heard differently. I actually heard that bank robbery was the opening scene. I guess I heard wrong, obviously. But that opening scene of him flying through the canyons and all that, we got good glimpses of that throughout the trailers and all the TV spots that they have been releasing. But that scene was one that I'd been looking forward to, and that scene really delivered. The one guy from Winter Soldier came back. I forget his name. The Russian dude, right? I don't know what his name is. No, I do, but I can't place his name right now. You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comments below. But it's cool seeing him back. We're definitely going to get him later on in this series. Because obviously he survived that. He had the glide suit or whatever that was on whenever he jumped out of the helicopter. I think it's very interesting that Sam actually came forward with the shield instead of them asking for the shield. I didn't think that they would go that route of asking him for the shield. But I didn't know how they were going to handle that. It was interesting to see that Bucky is, trying to take care of himself, but massively failing. He's suffering from PTSD and trauma and all this stuff from whenever he was the Winter Soldier. And it's really, really interesting to see them handle that kind of aspect of things, that aspect of life. Suffering like from anxiety, just mental disorders that certain people can have, and it's very interesting for them to go down that route. And I thought it was very reassuring for the character, just because he's gone through all this stuff, and naturally he would have these problems, and we see him struggling. We see that even heroes can struggle, and I thought that was very, very interesting. And I thought that just the way they handled that was perfect. I do like the route that they're heading with setting up US Agent as kind of like this anti-hero, this scummy guy who maybe wants to do right by the government and by our system, but you know, he's just a douchebag whenever it comes down to things, and I think he's gonna take things too far in certain fields. So very excited to see how we expand upon that. I actually didn't think he was going to be introduced into this episode. I thought he was going to be introduced later on in the series, so I was very interested to see him show up at the end of this episode. But obviously we're seeing the government has turned their back on Sam and all these older heroes, because they're like, we need newer heroes, and obviously there are still superheroes around. I mean, most of the Avengers are either gone off world or dead, unfortunately. We have Nat, Iron Man, and Cap. They're all presumably dead at this point. We don't know if Steve is dead or alive or not. I think Sam was implying that he's still alive, but obviously Stark and Nat are dead. And then we have Vision out there somewhere. But my point being, the government has really turned their back on the Avengers, and they're like, we need new heroes. And I guess it makes a little bit of sense, because after Civil War, they were kind of like disavowed by the government. They were being chased around between Civil War and Infinity War. I mean, we saw them on the run in Infinity War. But they've obviously turned their backs on them, and they're like, hey, we need new heroes. And that's obviously what's going to get Sam all riled up in this series. And I think he's going to take a step back towards Rhodey, and I think he's going to try to get his help in this, just because, you know, Rhodey is part of the I forget what specific field he's in. He's in Air Force, right? But I think he's going to get his help later on in the series. But this was a really, really fun introduction to this series, and like I said, this is my most anticipated series, and that has not dwindled at all upon watching this first episode. So I'm very excited to continue this series. So without further ado, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please hit that subscribe button, like button, turn on post notifications. If you guys want to see the full-length reactions to not only this, but other TV shows and movies that I am doing right now, you guys can become join members, and you guys will get the full-length reactions there. So without further ado, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.